All right, so here's what's becoming quickly one of my favorite builds, one of my favorite pedals that I have. Guitarist in my band likes to call it tuberculosis, but it's a Vox Tone Bender. I finished it off a while ago, but I've been using it so much I haven't finished off any labels or even put proper knobs on because it's just staying on my rig rather than going back into the workshop to get finished off because I love it. This thing's really cool. If you go and check out the build report, the link is in the description here. The build report has the schematic and the layout on strip board. You'll note that the biggest challenge here was sourcing and finding the right transistors. I'm not sure whether this is a Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, whatever, tone bender. I do know that it definitely needs germanium transistors. I tried it with 2N series silicon transistors. Those are PNP 2N series silicon transistors, and it sounded terrible. It sounded really, really bad. You just cannot get away with this circuit with silicon transistors. So I ended up having to go on eBay, source some old new stock of transistors from, I think, the Czech Republic or Hungary. Took about a month to arrive, so probably my longest build to date. But it was so worth it. This thing sounds incredible. I ended up going with the AC176 transistors. Double check that in the build report on the link to the website if you want to make it yourself. It's all on the website, exactly what transistors I used. Once again, they're germanium transistors, so don't go with silicon. It will sound terrible. But what I've done here is set it up through a loop pedal that will just loop the same thing over and over again so you can hear it. Then I'll pause the video, record some chords so you can hear it with chords. But let's see what it sounds like clean. And then I'll turn her on and I'll gradually move everything up. We got volume over here, and that will be fuzz level or attack as it is on the original. Everything's going through a Fender Stratocaster into a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe amp. Let's see how this sounds. So you can hear when that fuzz is all the way up. There's quite a lot of breakup. There is a trimmer pot in there that you can adjust. So right now the gain on the transistors that I've used is about 80. So there's, the gain, the beta value is about 80. So there is a trimmer pot in there that you can adjust because, as you notice, on the very high end, there's a lot of breakup. Some people might not like the tone. I like it. I think it sounds perfect for this pedal. Some people might want to dial it back a little bit, so you just adjust that trimmer pot as needed, depending on the beta value of your specific transistors, as well as the sound you want. I'm just going to pause this, and then I will record some chords to see what this sounds like then. All right, we're back. So just recorded a little blues rhythm there to hear what it sounds like. Let's hear it clean. I've turned this all the way down again, and then we'll dirty it up and see what it sounds like. Anyway, after listening to that rhythm 4 or 5 times, it wasn't probably my best performance, but you get the idea. Once again, you get that nice breakup. I think actually with the chords, this pedal really comes into its own when it's higher on the fuzz. Lead work, personally, I think I dial it back a little bit, but rhythm sounds great with all that breakup. As I said, this one's been sitting in my arsenal for a while now, and I haven't even bothered to put any dials or anything on it because it's always there. Loving it for some blues as well. Just all in all, just a great pedal. Again, if you want to make it, I highly recommend going and getting the right transistors. The report is on the website, linked in the description, for all the parts, the schematic, and the strip board layout, as well as those transistors I used. Hey, you might find some silicon transistors that work for this. I did not. If you find good silicon transistors that work, tell me, because those old transistors are expensive. Anyway, enjoy, build this. It's great. You'll love it.